The underworld was a place of chaos, a place which bore pain, a place where evil reside, a place where demons are trained, and a place they call their home. From this world emerged Lino, an underworld agent, picking the form of a human with the heart of a demon, one who knows nothing about love, one who has no feelings, one set to cause chaos, to bring ruin, and was always bloodthirst. Lino was trained by the father of all evil, Grief, the leader of the underworld, who trained not only one but multiple armies with the same aim. Among all his trainees, Lino was his favorite because when he strike, Grief always felt the bloody stench filling the atmosphere. For this, Lino earned the badge of a soul taker, a bronze cup from Grief which identifies his rank as a killer. On a glorious day, Grief sent for his assistance, Lino. Lino answered the call and appeared before his throne of doom. Grief had called Lino for a special assignment to Earth, an assignment which told him was spilling blood of a priest who speaks of no evil, whose prayer shakes even the underworld, healing saint of any disease and infirmities. Grief so much dislikes the spirit and lies in wait to suck from his blood, to rip him open and completely destroy. And who can carry this mission? No one but Lino, the one bearing the rank of the soul taker. Having passed down the mission, Lino was given a sword from Grief. This sword was called Pain. Lino bowed before Grief, then he completely changed to the form of human and vanished to Earth where his missions begin. On Earth where Lino's missions begin, he walked through the street, which was covered with humans. He was irritated by the views of humans. He wished he had others to strike them. In his hand, he held a compass which directed him to the priest's house. He soon decided to stop by a nearby bar to have a drink. He walked to the barman and ordered a cup of drink. He was served, but when he had a sip, he spit it out and aggressively dropped the cup. He was not used to the drink, rather, he was used to the cold blood served in the underworld. Without making payment, he turned and stood up to go, but was stopped by the man, reminding him of his payment. He said nothing but continued moving. The aggressive barman called to a group of tough men, telling them to beat the guy up to a pulp, since he refused to make payment. One of the men grabbed him by his shirt, but soon a pretty lady who had been watching ran to them and paid for the drink. The man left Lino and turned to left, but being a wicked being, he poisoned the heart, throwing them to a fight. Then in the chaos, he walked out of the bar with no one noticing him. After the incident that day, Lino continued his mission to find the priest and slay him to return to the underworld. His stay on Earth was for a minimum of 3 days, where he was to strike. While walking on the street, a girl suddenly ran into him. He stopped only to see that the girl was the girl that paid his bill in the bar. She greeted him. Lino said nothing but stared into her eyes, then a faint smile on his face, then he walked away, leaving her staring at him. The moment he left her, he suddenly felt something in him, a kind of strange feeling. He had never had any of that kind before, but that day was different as he had one. He knew he had to act quick because time was no longer by his side. After a long walk, Lino, who never gets weary or tired, came to the priest's house. His compass stopped rolling, indicating the target to him. He stood outside the gate waiting for nightfall to strike. While waiting, he looked straight at the road and saw a lady. She was not aware of the incoming truck, which sped up, almost clearing her off the road. Lino immediately dropped the compass, yelled, and involving some powers, he paused the truck, of which no one observed. Then with the speed of lightning, he saved the lady and everything went back to normal again. He soon noticed that the lady was still the same lady he met in the bar. He stared deeply at her as she thanked him for saving her life. She then uses the time to introduce herself as Mia. Lino also told her his name, and after some conversation, the girl left with a cute smile on her face while Lino stared from behind and lost. Immediately she left, she dashed into the priest's house and Lino was speechless. At first, he is losing something. It was clear to him that he is having feelings for the first time, and he still can't tell the kind of strange feeling he is having for the girl. The call struck the time to attack, and from the thin air, Lino formed the sword of pain. He held on tight to it and said to speak blood and go back home. He teleported himself to the compound and moved closer to the building, ready to teleport himself inside, but from the window, he saw the priest with the lady at the bar. She was the priest's daughter. They sat on the couch as she leaned on her father's shoulder. This sight weakened Lino, and his face grew weary to hold the sword, let alone attack the priest. The more he stared, the more he felt pity. He immediately vanished out of the area to a quiet place. He was confused because he was beginning to feel like a human. He now pity and was losing that demonic heart of whose holy language was death and destruction. He leaned on the wall trying to figure the cause of his cold heart. The next day, Lino was fully loaded to do his mission. This time, he walked straight to the home, but on getting there, he met Mia. She seemed happy to see him. Just before he could talk more, the sky changed its form. It was about to rain. She kindly invited him in. He followed her inside, where he was ushered a seat. He sat down. She introduced him to her dad. Then she left to gather few stuff, while her dad walked to the window to pick a call. Lino seized the opportunity. He formed his sword from nowhere, ready to unleash attack. But soon he grew cold heart again. Soon Mia came in and the sword vanished. He sat down, but soon Grief appeared in spirit form, asking him to take a shot to kill the daughter and the man. but Lino still felt his cold heart. He immediately got up, beat Mia and ran out of the house. He could not get Mia out of his mind no matter how hard he tried. He was now in love, something he had never in his life felt. He had killed many innocent souls, but he could not strike this one. The more he felt weak, grief already filled his weakness. He summoned him back to the underworld. He appeared before Grief throne and immediately came. Grief already perceived this human feeling in him, love, pity, and his breath was that of weakness. Grief asked him how come he had feelings. He could not reply. Out of the thin air, Grief formed a spear and threw it at him, but Lino was too sharp to dodge it. Grief cursed him for having feelings. He regretted picking him from the human world and making him a powerful being. He told him of how he was rejected by humans the day he was born, and also how he would be rejected in the underworld. Grief regretted training a mortal to a half-demon with the rank of a soul breaker. He felt the human world was giving him a human heart, Mia in particular. He seized the bronze soul taker badge and cast Lino to hell to suffer torment for failing the golden mission. Lino pleaded on his knees, claiming not to know how he had feelings. He begged Grief to give him his stony heart again, but Grief had no feeling to listen to his plea. His judgment was final. Instead of going to hell, Lino rebelled against his home and teleported back to Earth to live there since Grief betrayed him by seizing his badge and throwing him to hell. Grief in his words summoned demons to destroy the prince once and for all. The priest and his daughter was home when the priest felt the presence of chronic evil. Before he could reach for his cross, he was attacked by the demons surrounding him. His daughter screamed as she fainted on the couch. There in the midst, the priest who could not reach out for the big cross and the holy oil used his rosary on his neck to defend himself, but the presence was too powerful and they were stronger. But before they could devour him, the door burst open and Lino came to the priest's aid. Using his mystical powers, he threw the demons with the blue flame, and he removed his sword and take his stand to fight.